We got some heat. We're gonna have to go one. And here we is.
Here we is. Well, welcome to Conspiracy Tuesday on this snowy Tuesday evening, afternoon here in the snowy Northwest. We ain't as far northwest as the Salty Chef or Northeast. He's just central. He just north. But he in Thailand right now.
Facts.
Enjoying himself. So, we trying to get out of the deep freeze before he get back in the deep freeze. If you're out and about anywhere where there's snowy at, man, y'all please be careful. Yeah, this look like this might be serious. So tomorrow there's a possibility of there being enough snow that we don't have school. So watch the weather forecast and pay attention to school closings if there are any. We got a storm warning or winter weather alert watch. And I'm not as good as doing the weather as your girl.
For sure.
I'm just talking to teachers and students who make up a senior. When Sister Winters do the weather, there's something different.
For sure.
So I ain't as good as she is. If she come on later on, she could do better than me. But I'm just saying, just keep an eye on what the news is gonna say, and see what's happening with that. So we jump right into it, Rick, bro.
Let's get to it.
So I've been thinking about the meeting that we went to on Saturday.
Yeah.
It was informative and enlightening in both at the same time. The informative part was there was no information really passed out. It was like it felt good, have breakfast. People introduced themselves and what position and role did they play in part of our the Flint social construct and some things that they're doing. And you and I kind of talked about that a little bit where you have people that have all of these organizations and they're there, but they really didn't report about what they're doing.
Right.
That was one. The other part about that is knowing who is really shaping the policies for where you live at and what you're able to do and not do.
Right.
You have what looks like a few different players on the chessboard. You got the mayor and his administration. You got this city council and their administration, and then you also have the school board. Now, the role of the city council is supposed to be representative of the people and the constituents that voted them into those places. Excuse me, you all. It's a little dry out, so my sinuses are bothering me a little bit. My apologies. The role of the school board is to guide student learning. And you're talking about 9 individuals that are in the school board. No, that's in city council. And how many are in the school board? I don't know.
What is it? Let me see.
There's got to be an odd number.
Got to be like 7.
Seven or 11.
I'm thinking, you know what? It got to be 7 because it was let me see, Joyce, Laura, Linda, Claudia, Dylan, King, Teray King, and Melanie Relaford. That's 7.
Okay, so we have 7 people
Right.
that really kind of dictate, they dictate what they're learning and the structure of the school is. Now, I'm not sure if they have anything to do with what the curriculum looks like. I doubt it.
Right.
And how things are going to be taught, but they're there to vote on certain, like they, of course, voted for this new school to come,
Right.
whatever, and they should have their hands in the plans of how that's going to be laid out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the big question is, where are the people? Just exactly what I thought. Silence. If the people, us, me, you, other people out here that are listening and watching, are not involved in the process and they don't hear our voice, then we get what we deserve.
Yeah.
We get what we deserve. That means you have to be informed. What is the school board doing?
I mean, really nothing in my humble opinion.
Okay. And your opinion is not humble. Your opinion is greatly, necessary, because you are the eyes and ears of those of us who can't see and hear, because you're there and we're not. So yes, I didn't throw him under the bus. I moved him to second base.
Thank you.
So, but their job is to do what? To guide the instructional leadership along with the superintendent of the student body that are here.
Yeah.
Their job is to help set precedent for what it is that they learn along with the instructional leaders.
I agree.
But where's the people?
That's the thing. You got to get the people motivated. Yeah.
So if our people are not motivated to partake in any form of having a voice, whether it be city council, whether it be school board, whether it be mayor's administration, then you get other groups that come in and they'll start to dictate to you what it is that you will and will not do.
Right.
So it's very clear that from the meeting that we was at on Saturday,
right,
that there were people there that are, as the lady said, movers and shakers,
right,
who are doing things that everybody else doesn't know about.
Right.
I recall years ago, there was a group of people that came from New York to had a similar city to this one, and they laid out a plan for their city to become prosperous, and it worked. So city officials hired them to come from New York to help lay out what they call a master plan. Now, Trevor, I appreciate you sending me the charter. It's 80 pages of excuse me, stuff that I gotta go through and read so that I can be more informed, and I appreciate that. I'm not sure what this master plan is, but you can clearly see through the development of how they're building things up and centralizing quote unquote power in business downtown, that this is the point of the exercise. But people that don't fit the mold of what it is that they want, need, and desire, what happens to them?
Oh, they get moved out the way.
You get moved out of the way. And because if you get moved out of the way, whose fault is it?
To be honest with you, it's damn near yours. But how can you blame people that's lacking, that's not informed?
That's my point. So who should inform them? If I have a representative, that's the person that should be informing me about what's going on where we live at.
Right.
So there should be weekly, bi-weekly, some sort of forums, and the people that live there should demand it.
Yeah. But shouldn't that go back to like we was talking about, like your what was I saying? You need to have in your neighborhood. Each ward should have it.
Yeah, an
Shouldn't it be?
ambassador or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. Shouldn't it be something like that? You know what I'm saying? Where your ward president, I mean, where your neighborhood associations, it should be something where you can have these meeting at, and along with your council people, they should be having these meeting and telling you what's going on, or somebody,
Right.
your neighborhood association or your neighborhood president. It should be something where it should be getting back to you.
Right.
Well, the neighbor, your whole ward should be informed, because, like you said before, every ward needs something different.
Right. So I kind of disassociated myself with our neighborhood watch group or whatever it was, because instead of taking the time getting to know each other,
Mm-hmm.
there was a rash of break-ins that was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, well, we're gonna have some sort of, I don't remember who listed this police liaison, that everybody was gonna get a phone number and some sort of button or whatever that you press in the house or that you can press. But why couldn't we do that ourselves? And my position was, hey, why don't we just patrol the houses in our neighborhoods ourselves, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I just walk my dog. I just walk my dog around the neighborhood. Just walk, that's a quote unquote form of patrol.
Mm-hmm.
But that was too much labor intensive. But yet people were asked to be able to pay a fee in order to be part of this program. And when I suggested, what I did was like, and it's not like we didn't know each other. There are a few people that moved out and a lot of people that stayed or whatever. And most of them are still around. They haven't passed on or whatever. So why can't we just, hey man, what you doing? Let's just take a walk around and, a couple, 2-3 blocks, and you take a couple, 2-3 blocks with somebody over there, and you take a couple, 2-3 blocks, and we just cover this space over here where this rash of break-ins was going on. And if something happens, then we can make a phone call. When it was voted down and kind of people were like, oh, we don't want to do that. It's just much easier for us to go with this. I was like, how much sense does that make when you're going to talk about something for you is going to go up, whether it be a telephone bill or something else going to go up, when you can take half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, and go like, well, you know what? Hey, we can just hang out, and you might get you a little sip in the nip or whatever, ride around in the car or walk around for an hour or so, and just, do a vigilant patrol like that. Because it wasn't like you don't know each other, because if you're part of a neighborhood association, then that's the whole point of the exercise, is we watch out for each other.
Right. But just not to go through no tape, because you know how that'll get. The police will find a way. They'll be like, listen, but if you had people that's in your ward that's really representing, you could get this stuff done. Because I'm pretty sure, and good evening to everybody that's coming in, the ones who've been there. Thank y'all for all coming in to see me and Brother Elliott on this Conspiracy Tuesday. I mean, it should be able to come up ways where you can do stuff. See, if you had a board, like I would, like how we were saying, if you had your council person really working for you, and they had a real staff, and if you just had one of these abandoned buildings that you got in these neighborhoods in each ward, where your council person and their staff could put something together, maybe you can go get a nonprofit. Will find ways to make money where you can go hire a security force. You know what I'm saying? I just say do it by the books, where you can probably create that. That's like called creating a job in your neighborhood, like you saying. Well, we're gonna create this force that'll patrol our neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Just get the training, because I just say do it the right way, and then can't nobody come in and just say you just doing it.
Right,
It's some
being a
vigilante.
vigilante.
Yeah,
Right.
So, but this is the type of thinking you supposed to have, forward thinking in your neighborhood association. This should be what's going on for your ward meetings. You know what I'm saying? Where you can get some people together, where you can go get, you know what I'm saying? Some of these young brothers might, I mean, might have security for, security teams where you can go do that. Don't they got their own patrol over there in the 8th Ward?
I believe so.
Okay. I'm just saying, there's things you can go do.
And see, and no, you said the key though, right?
Yeah.
So if 99% of the time, and there were a couple of cases that we talked about, right? There are a couple of cases that we talked about that happened in Georgia. We had these group of young men kicking in people's doors.
Right.
But guess what? Don't you eliminate that if you hire them to come and do a patrol?
Facts.
And you pay them?
Yeah.
And you are, no, man, we need you to watch out. Right. And we need you to get your boys that we know that you hanging out with, that y'all might or might not be up to some stuff, because right now everybody's looking at everybody like they suspect.
Yeah,
but put them to work.
But that's called self-sustaining.
Right. Put them to work. Yeah. No, we don't need the police force. We got a police force.
Do you know in affluent neighborhoods they don't have crime?
No, bro. Listen, we go down Miller Road if we go from Court Street all the way to Linden.
Right.
How many liquor stores you see? There's one right there on Knight and Miller.
Right. So
there's only one.
Right.
The next liquor store is in Swartz Creek on the other side of Miller and where Bristol cross, I think.
Right.
Okay. There's one tucked back around in the corner in the cut.
Yeah.
Okay. Man, I can't see who that
is. That was Concrete Jungle I put up in Jazzy Melody. Concrete said, you said the key phrase earlier, you have to pay a fee for it. Somebody probably wanted to put something in their pocket.
Once again, take your little bit off the top. Nobody cares. But if you put money in, okay, if you make sure that you put money in, who is this?
69 Satan guy. I'm guessing they didn't tap in.
Okay, this is that's all right. But listen though, before you say anything out of order, because it's that day. So, but if you put something in, right, and instead of using a force that's outside that's been a destructive force since they've been created, I would rather see young brothers and young sisters walking around the neighborhood being peacemakers,
right,
than to see them. And when soon they roll through the neighborhood, we automatically looking suspicious at them.
Right.
That's like what we talked about before, where, okay, y'all want to learn, come on, learn how to cut the grass, learn how to come over and shovel snow. And then you keep working, we'll get you a snow thrower, we'll get you some shovels, and you get a crew, and y'all come out here and make this money.
But remember, they just wasn't it the lobbyists for the jails went to Congress and said that they want to feed more destruction. Like that school to prison pipeline, that's serious.
Right. And I see it every single day.
Right.
I even see it with second, third graders. Little bitty dudes think they thugs already.
Right.
Because they come from the mindset, one kid talking about another kid, come on, for what? Why? Where do you get that from? Because if something happens, then you want to have a t-shirt and this and that. No, we're not putting them on a t-shirt because you created something that you didn't have to.
But just listen to the music. Look how they still pushing death and destruction.
Yep.
Look at the movies that we getting. Don't get me wrong. I love them brothers that's getting their money on the independent fires and movies. But look what we getting. More drug dealing, more killing. You know what I'm saying? They got it with the young ladies. They set up the, you know what I'm saying, the men. It's just like what we getting fed is destruction right now because that's what sells.
Right. But who's the one who's peddling it? It ain't us.
Nah.
We out there shoveling it off, but we're not the one that's saying, hey, you know what? We're not in the boardroom making decisions that this is what y'all should put out there.
Yeah, because we don't own nothing.
Okay. So then what do? You feed what you eat. You feed what you eat.
Yeah, because this is what they're going to take. Just don't get me wrong. I don't like all the Tyler Perry movies, but I see why the movies that he make. You know what I'm saying? And I even remember when Denzel said he was going to do when he played that American Gangster, remember Frank Lucas?
Right.
He said he would never play that movie, play a role like that, a drug dealer. And it's like, but this is what the system says what sells.
Right. For who though?
Well,
The group of people that you still own that are not covered by the Constitution.
Right.
It's not we the people. It's they, us, and them.
Right.
I'm sorry, us and them. Because we're the rich white landowners who wrote the contract to amongst us, and we signed the contract, but we excluded other people that we either destroyed their lives or took their land, and we did anything that we wanted to them because you're not included. And if we're not informed, we keep on having these other people make decisions, which is what we saw on Saturday.
Facts.
Other people making decisions for you, and you have no clue what they are.
Yes, Saturday was damn.
It was an eye opener.
Yes,
it's an eye opener.
It was, because to me it's like they want to talk about this money. I wish the city of Flint understand it's not finna be like no life-changing money. And it's crazy. And it's like for her to even come down, and I get it, because she this is what she had to do. Politics, she had to come down here and then try to kick the bucket and say the president, oh, it's the Republicans, this and that.
How
it was like, to me, it was like, why are you coming down here to campaign?
And that's exactly what it was. It was a campaign move.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
No, it was a campaign move because you weren't coming down there to be adamant about anything.
Yeah.
Because if the people that are supposed that hold up so-called hold the power of the so-called checks and balances are supposed to be checking and balancing behavior that is despotic, then you're supposed to check them. And you don't. Facts. Oh, we need 9 more votes in order to. Why?
Right.
Because somebody's getting paid and you're shutting your mouth because you're getting your pockets lined.
No, most definitely. And why you think, even with the mayor, like, we know he didn't have no say so. Let's be honest, the mayor didn't have no say so when the money was coming. To me, it's a political. It's election season upon us.
Well,
good evening, everybody that's tapping in. It's election season.
All I see is,
you don't see this popping up on the screen. Deborah Thompson.
No, I got 6 people watching. That's all I got. I don't see it.
You got a side by side, or one on, or we right? Oh, one on top
of the other, right?
Hold on, let me get you to the other side. Hold on, fam.
You keeping me out of the circuit, fam.
Yeah, that's the one strictly for the cell
phone. Oh, okay. No, you good, bro. I got to learn this technology. That's all, people. I got to learn how this works. Now we in the groove now. All right.
Nah, okay. I got you. We sorry.
Yeah, now we waiting. We rocking now.
One. That's my bad.
No, listen. This brother got so much technology going on in his head. Y'all don't understand. This cat is rough. I learned something from him every time I come in and sit.
Good evening, evening, and everybody. Because the other one is strictly for the cell phone.
Okay.
See, this one is for the laptop where you at. The other one is for the cell phone. So thank everybody for tapping in. So I get to see all of them because I'm on the control.
Yeah, so he got the control. He got the master control over there.
And it's like, to me, it was like when they came, and it's like, but I get it. But it's like the mayor. It's like. But didn't nobody say about the water was fixed?
But it's not fixed. We're clear about that.
Right.
There's been reports and inklings that's saying that the rate of lead is going back up again. And some people are trying to say or claim that it's because of the tearing down the houses. No, it's not. Because you're not near the water table.
Right. And it's like, and to me, it's like how you see the stuff playing out. They paid everybody off to make this issue go away. That's why you're not seeing it on the mainstream. That's why when you see a mayor, the governor could go on the Breakfast Club and Charlamagne don't call her out, but he'd rather call Dame Dash out. Yes, is it not? Yes, you should sub. Good person.
But what could he call out? I mean, why did she go on that show? You know why?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. I think She didn't go on other shows like the Daily Show or some other show. So she go on this show, a majority black show, talking to majority black people. And what did you have? But I'm, and I can't put that 2 + 2 together myself.
But and to say that the water was fixed, that's what's diabolical. Even though that's a black, but remember look who owned the radio station.
Well, there's that part.
And so it wasn't gonna be no pushback.
No.
You know what I'm saying? She was probably cool with the who run iHeartRadio.
Right. Wow. You know
that's
what I'm saying? Right.
So Charlamagne, I wasn't gonna do too much.
Nope. And they can't do. And I get the fact that we like to be entertained. I get that, but we have to get out of there. We have to become informed. So I'm letting y'all know right now. I'm working on a small newsletter. Right. So hopefully we'll be able to send it out electronically, and we'll be able. So it's going to have some other stuff on it, other than what we're, including some of the stuff that we're talking about, but some other stuff as well.
Right.
Okay. So it's going to start us, and hopefully I can make enough copies of it for it to be paper to start to pass it out and put it like we do the courier or whatever. And it might just come out of my pocket or whatever. But at this particular point in time, we can no longer walk around here uninformed.
Right.
Okay. We can't do that anymore. We can't sit down and think that somebody's got our children's best interest over you to have children.
Yeah. Times like this, you cannot just rely on a system that you going against to train your child.
No.
I mean, be honest with you. You cannot go even giving it history. Now you're gonna have to go to school because you're gonna have to learn, because this is how you're able to maneuver in the United States. Right. You're gonna have to go to the education system. But what I'm saying, the things you have to take now, far as history, you have to go back and give your kids, because just look at DeSantos. Yep. He was trying to, he was putting down some propaganda of the utmost and what nobody's saying. Then when they wanted to take out slavery out, like that's a part of history they don't want to say happened. And that's where it's like, do people understand what propaganda is?
Nope, I don't think they do.
And this goes back to no accountability. They just want to brush it to the side. And it's like, are y'all serious? So we just going to forget. This is why things happening now that happened back in the 1950s, then the 1920s.
Yep.
This is why when you why we saying, oh, you got something, say, no, you're not considered 3/5. That's over with. No. Not so quick.
Right. Your Constitution says it.
Yeah.
And not the new version. The original printed, hand printed version says what we've been saying. Mm-hmm. Those indigenous savages and those we consider to be 3/5 subhuman. It says that. Mm-hmm. That has not changed.
No.
The 13th, 14th, 15th Amendment that came over 100 and some years later doesn't change anything.
It shows you. That's why they come with it and say, oh, we redid it. You know how they could still consider you savages in 3/5? Do you think they would have killed George Floyd if they thought he wasn't 3/5?
Right.
You thought the police could have pulled up on Tamir Rice if they didn't think he was 3/5? I'm just saying, this is you just have to really open your eyes and look at it. This is why you can see this. Do you shit? What? And I'm not trying to laugh, and I'm being sarcastic. But what about my man that got killed in Texas with a police officer when she came in and shot my man? This was at his own crib.
I went to the wrong. I thought he was an intruder. And got off.
Because do you think Breonna Taylor? Remember when they went to the wrong house?
Wrong house.
Because if that don't tell you that you not, they don't look at you as 3/5. I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, I can't keep going back and forth.
Sean Bell.
Oh my goodness.
41 times he got shot going from a bachelor party to get ready to get married the next day.
What about my man Philando
Castile
killed him in front of his child?
In front of his child. With his soon-to-be bride taking pictures of it on Facebook Live.
Right. And you want me facts, new one. New one said, real U.S. history is not taught in school.
So therefore, it has to be taught somewhere else. Don't expect your churches to teach it. They not.
Hell no, because they came up under that. What was that? That faith-based initiative when they did up under Bush Jr.
Right.
That's why I say with us, we have so many things that we could do.
Right. Like we have to
our community.
Right. So this was the point of the first place. In the first place, is it is not up to the school board to educate your child.
No.
It's not up to the city council to make you know what the hell's going on.
No.
It is not up to the mayor to make a decision for you. They will make decisions for you if you are not clear about how to make decisions for yourself.
Oh yeah, they'll do the thinking for you.
The meeting that we went to on Saturday was very clear.
Facts.
They had these people here who were doing some programming or whatever, and me not being in the community like I used to be, I don't know all of them. I don't know who's
we
doing
getting
what.
back. We getting back, brother.
Of course,
we coming back.
Yeah, but I know there are people that didn't look like they had our children and our people's best interests at heart.
Facts.
I know that this master plan that they're putting into effect, because you can see the construction here, and you'll see the same thing in other cities where they're upgrading things, and it's not just here in Flint. Right. It's everywhere that they're doing upgrades and major upgrades and stuff, and moving people out and clearing blight and all this other stuff. Well, they're doing that for a certain group of people, and if you're not part of decision making, then guess what? If you don't have a voice, and I'm not saying I'm mad about this and going down the city, no, that's dumb.
Right.
Because the only thing you're going to get is what you got when they had the police down there.
Yeah.
That's not how you got to move.
Nah, got to be strategic.
You have to be very strategic. And you have to have a plan
in
order to be able to move how you want to move. You have to be informed.
Yes.
Your emotion don't mean nothing.
Sure don't.
Because you got to push back through your emotion. You saw what they did.
Yeah.
You do this, we're going to bring the police force. They're supposed to. I'm going to protect me too. I don't have no issue with that. I don't know if I could have been the governor when they threatened me, because I've been like, come on up here. I got something for you. Come through. Don't even move the police. Open the doors.
See,
I'm sitting up here with my stuff right on the podium. Let's rock.
See, with me, Queen, thank you for tapping in.
Oh, thank you very much. We appreciate that.
So yeah, okay. She said, she's still in prison
good. Thank
you. Both of Gene.
Yeah.
But see,
that was his brother that got up. That was the judge. That was his brother that got up and hugged her. Talking about he forgive her. Yeah, okay.
But
wouldn't have been me.
But see, this is where that 3/5 come in at.
Right.
And people and to me, that's just my humble opinion. That's why they have a problem when you had John Conyers, the state representative from Detroit.
Right.
That passed, he's no longer with us, rest his soul. He's moved on with the ancestors. What's up, B. Marie? But you have to understand, like he said, let's just study HR 40, a bill to study reparations. Why do you see they have a problem with giving the blacks in America? We only 14% of the population?
14% of the population.
14% of the population. They got problems with giving reparations to 14% of the population, but they can go find $40 billion and give to Argentina. They can go spend damn near trillions on fighting a war in the Middle East. And you mean to tell me, maybe not trillions, but billions, and you didn't even want to do reparations for 14% of your population?
Why? You know why?
I'm listening.
We formerly owned you, and we've given you opportunity, even though we've destroyed it and taken it away. Yeah. We've given you opportunity by law to show that a few of you that we let through, we're dangling that carrot enough. And for the rest of you who choose not to do the hard work that everybody else does, even though we put all of the obstacles in the way, except for a few people that we let through on purpose.
Facts.
And you didn't take advantage of that, then that's your fault.
And then the ones we let through, we will break them. We will break them.
They did to every single person.
Right. We will break them and show you that what we give you. Because you saw that video where Mike Epps said, we only get money to shine. I
love it.
We only get money to shine on our own. Because once we get in their way,
you go.
Oh, you will get to see what it is.
Yep.
But see why we sitting up here arguing about these things, like how we gonna fix our infrastructure here. All we gotta do is go look at the infrastructure they destroyed in other countries. So why we think we wasn't gonna be next? You know what I'm saying? And I'll give you a little hint on what's going on, because this is a video that Brother Elliott came with, and I think this is profound. And we can kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah, y'all check this out for real. Pay attention now.
Yeah, pay attention.
About his intent. At Quantico, at this point, Trump has been very clear about his intent. At Quantico, speaking as commander-in-chief, he instructed his military brass to use cities as, quote, training grounds. And many times, he's floated the idea of invoking the Insurrection Act so that military units can raid, detain, and arrest Americans. The president has already deployed ICE and other federal law enforcement to these same cities across America. In some cases, these federal officers are playing fast and loose with their tactics, which sooner or later could lead to a deadly escalation. The videos out of Chicago are shocking. Federal agents pulling their weapons on highways, firing tear gas into neighborhoods right before a Halloween parade, injuring and even killing civilians. Many are masked, not wearing uniforms, and driving unmarked cars. For those of us who served abroad, it feels like another country. And it's only a matter of time before things get worse.
Yeah, I just say it because it was coming.
I think we had a couple more minutes, but I will check it back out again.
Yeah.
So we on?
Yeah, we on. We've been back.
So now this is what things are coming to.
Right.
And meanwhile, we can't be walking around with our heads up in the sky talking about, oh, the clouds are so pretty. And oh, the sun, you see how the sun's shining?
Right.
And we just what we doing.
Right.
And we're not prepared in any way, shape, or form to deal with. She's already said that something's coming.
Right.
And we're not ready.
Do you think when she put ICE, now listen, family, I saw another video. It might not have been the best, but I think it was a Hispanic young woman. The ICE agents chased her home. She ran in her driveway. Oh, yeah. You saw that?
Yeah.
And she saying she was legal.
Right.
To me, I get it. It's no way that you gonna make this right, but when you got people living in fear, you're only gonna make it worse.
But this is what you want. You want to society, everybody in this country, to be on pins and needles and be fearful. Because guess what? If I bump into we walking up and down the street and I'm running my mouth on my phone and I don't pay attention to you, and then I'm already on edge because of what's going on in the world, and I see you and you bump into me, and before we recognize each other, bang.
And it's so easy for something that can get out of hand. And it's, to me, it's like they want something to happen.
They're prepping the country for something to happen. They ain't just getting rid of people that you let in to do the work that you don't want to do. And do the work that people that you can't force to do anymore.
Right.
Because you force people to do stuff for free for 400 years. You don't have that anymore.
Because ain't nobody going back to do them jobs like that.
Unless they in prison, which means that you don't have no, you ain't got no recourse. You better go out there and pick that cotton. You better go out there and make them license plates and all this other stuff for a quarter a day, because that's what you're here for.
But ain't that diabolical when you see the the jail industry, what they call it, the jail complex, the prison industrial complex. Thank you. They got lobbies because they saying they need more people in the jail. Do people understand, like, it's a reason why they want crime going on? Yep. It's a reason why they study pushing this type of deaf culture in hip hop, in movies.
Yep.
Like,
absolutely.
I'm just saying, do they see it? You seeing more? Don't get me wrong. I watch the movies, but do y'all see the regular channel with the cable channels? You remember some movies was just strictly for HBO, for Showtime, Cinemax. Now, I get it, the Fire Stick, cool. But All this stuff, cable TV is what you can go get, man.
Nothing. There's no. Everything's wide open. There's no restrictions. There's no. They can say what they want. They almost basically show whatever they want to, and it doesn't matter because what you're doing is desensitizing people.
Yeah, facts, Felicia. Crime is big business.
Right, absolutely.
Crime is big business, and that's why I think that's why I'm glad.
Absolutely.
That's why I'm glad it's Conspiracy Tuesday, because we don't be seeing stuff that really be going on. Do you know that's why they want to call it conspiracy? They be trying to. They so good with their media because they have you believe in one thing. They don't want you to know there's some stuff about to come down the pipeline, and we just suck it up.
I'm gonna tell it again. If you don't start to look at, I would rather be overly prepared for anything and never have to need it,
right,
than to be underprepared and then when stuff, if something pops off,
right,
then well, I'm scrambling. I got to figure out. No, I'm not doing none of that. I want to make sure that I'm covered, my family's covered, my brother's covered. Anybody on here that we family and we can be hooked up and locked in, we covered. Hey, what you need? You good? You got to have this. Make sure you get this stuff. You got to have this. Make sure you got that. Make sure you got food. You got water. You got stuff.
Yeah.
Just to make sure you have it. Now, if you don't need it, well, man, I wasted it. I'd rather waste it and be okay that it's wasted.
What they say, I'd rather be caught with it than without it. I mean, because that's why I say that's why it's important to go to these meetings in your city now. Like that lady said, if we wouldn't have been there, we couldn't have heard it because I think she was so profound.
Right.
I heard this is where the movers and shakers at.
Man, an older white woman,
right,
with the sweetest glasses I've seen in a minute,
right,
sat there. I heard this is where the movers and shakers at. And she's absolutely right.
Right.
And at that point, you and I kind of looked at each other and said, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we spend a little bit of Saturday morning sitting there listening.
Yeah.
Now, they smoothed over the real stuff.
Right.
Because everybody was just happy. Hi, I'm doing this. Man, bump that.
I'm with you on that.
I'm happy to be here.
I'm not.
And blah, blah, blah. And my name, and I'm doing this in our community. That's a small segment. But are you doing anything to prepare?
Right.
I'd rather, like, if we lived in California and we know that the San Andreas Fault could go at any moment, I'd rather be prepared and never have to use it.
Yeah.
And never have than to sit there and go, and when the thing fall off and we swimming in the Pacific Ocean because, oh, I didn't know we needed a boat. I should have built one a long time ago. Okay.
I mean, because you got to take it seriously like this. I know we were saying with Project 2025 because they've been doing what they was going to do.
Man, they've been doing this. They've been building this ideology since the 30s.
Right. And
this ain't nothing new. He just put it in fruition.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to get his ass out of office, you could have easily done so. But because it's making people billions of dollars, how are you going to put him out?
Yeah, why would they?
I ain't cutting my check off.
Right, and that's why people not understanding. Come January, when they see them premiums hit,
man,
and that's what and this what is so crazy that I get it. That they was talking about doing the what's the name, but they finna be back at the drawing board. So what the president gonna do then?
Right.
So what they gonna be? The debts. I mean, what they gonna be doing? The government gonna be shut down again?
No, you know what? They're not going to do anything but continue as business as usual.
Facts.
Left wing, right wing, same bird.
You know they're going to use, the Democrats going to let this use this. Because just go look what Charlemagne was saying. Well, you just got to open the government back up, right? You open it back up. So they're going to use this as a way to say the Democrats can take back over after people be knocked off insurance. See, this is where this is what I look at as demonic. Because how do the Republicans get in, undo everything the Democrats did, then Democrats get in, try to undo everything the Republicans. You should think each administration come in, they should be trying to build for the future to help the citizens of the country, just like in the mayor.
The whole point of the exercise was after you had Obama, who didn't do anything.
Right.
Let's be clear. Go really truly look at his administration and what he did. He didn't. The mere fact that you had somebody there sitting in that seat with his family, sitting in that seat, was enough to trigger the racist ideology that followed.
Oh, fact. Yeah, this is to me, and I'm not gonna say all, but Trump.
No, of course not.
But with Trump, I think this was because all you gotta do is go look. Remember, they wanted to make him a one-term president. You had people. This is why I'm just so flabbergasted. What's up, Rodney Thomas? But this is why I'm so flabbergasted because people forget how disrespectful the Republicans was to Obama, and then everybody want to say Trump. Now, just imagine if Trump caught half the hell that Obama got. Remember, Trump just disrespected 2 women. Do you think you know Obama probably would have been he would have been impeached for disrespecting a woman?
Man, here's the thing.
And I ain't talking about no black woman disrespecting, because if you go look how that was the Arizona governor.
The governor stuck your face. I would have broke her hand, bro. You gonna stick your finger in my face? I would have snapped that finger off and jammed it in your ear.
Man, I'm just saying.
Or other places. But you lost your mind.
I'm just saying he just playing. But I'm just saying you can't you playing. Wouldn't do that. But I'm just saying, just look how disrespected he was. Do you think Trump just getting asked questions and he getting mad? Can you imagine somebody trying to point in his face and tell him this and that? Would have called his wife a monkey.
Anything.
I'm just saying, like
all of that stuff.
Yeah, coming out.
All of that stuff.
I mean, I'm just saying, this was. And to me, and nobody want to admit that Trump did peel back this onion of civility.
Yeah. Oh, that's all gone.
During his first time, because he carried it back on. When you go look at Charlottesville, you have to see that, and that's where this coming with, they want to erase slavery out the books.
You can't erase it. And if now I'm going to say this again. I don't care if they make a decision that you can't teach it. Nope. When I close my classroom door, it's rocking and rolling.
Fact.
When we have Black Watch, it's rocking and rolling.
Fact.
When we have Conspiracy Tuesdays, it's mixed up in there anyway.
Fact.
Because it's rocking and rolling. Because what you're not going to do is shut down the voice of those. And this is what I'm trying to help people and us all understand. We're voiceless. And if we're voiceless, then when they make moves, you can't say anything.
Facts.
So the issue that we have to do now, which is where this whole idea of this newsletter come from, is we have to give people something to start to eat again.
Facts.
Ice chips ain't enough no more. They're talking about cutting your this and doing this to you and not having health care and all this other stuff, and not nobody advocating for people anymore and all of these things. Come on.
I agree with you. That's why I think it's so important.
Here it comes.
For us to build, you know what I'm saying, to do our own teaching. Like I said, you a teacher. You got Brother Robert sitting up. We have to come collectively if we want to educate our own on what's going on. I'm not saying you got to send them to the school. It's the thing. But we should have all these programs. Since we got all these nonprofits, let's separate, let's separate the weak, the strong from the weak. Let's see who really gonna be educating these kids. Let's see who wanna. Oh, it's too many buildings around here that if you really doing the work, I do believe, but we gotta understand. We have to be honest. When you start talking about you want to educate your own, I'm talking about blacks, you come into a problem. Move 1985.
Yep.
You got to look at the Black Panthers. I ain't saying getting together. See, they love to do Crips and Blood. That's nothing. Gang banging, because you're basically killing your own. So they don't care about that. Right. Selling drugs and doing this. They love them. But if you really went and start cleaning up, getting your people off of drugs, re-educating them, I'm not saying not send your kid, but give them the real history.
And guess what? You have an unstoppable force.
Yeah.
And that's not only here, that's not just here, that's across the world.
Yeah.
Okay. As much as we talk about brother Ibrahim Traore, he only got his stuff come from Thomas Sankara. And Thomas Sankara got his stuff from Kwame Nkrumah. Kwame Nkrumah got his stuff from Dr. W.E.B. Du Bois.
Right. They are here. Listen, these people don't understand. You are the ancestors of them.
Right.
Like, who created things, math, science. See, we don't, but when you don't, see, when all the little kids see is all he think is, if he get to see, like when I came up, you think about slavery. That's what they showed you. You didn't get to hear about, I didn't know about the women fires they got, what was they called to help the NASA to get their plane off the ground? I didn't hear about them. Yeah, Hidden Figures. Why we didn't learn about that? Did they tell you about Hidden Figures when you was in school?
No.
I didn't know about Hidden Figures.
We got roots though.
Bro, we damn sure got roots.
But baby,
you know what I'm saying?
When Roots came out, fire.
Yes, no, but it was real. But just think about it. Why you don't get stuff like you know what I'm saying? Dr. John Henry Clark. I didn't learn about him until I was grown, like really like 20, 21, 22.
Right.
As I started, like I say, when Brother Dre had the Final Call bookstore right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But if we had more stuff like that and we really supported, our community supported us, man, we supported, man, we can get way more stuff done. You can, like they say, kids can't read. How the hell can a person can't read third grade education or fourth grade, fifth grade, but then when he go to jail, he come out not to read?
Right.
Just think about that.
Here's the deal with
that. Come on with it.
I got an opportunity to go to the correctional facility in Coldwater. Saw all of these young brothers with this talent, man. Still didn't talk to about 200 young black men, young and older black men, white men, whatever. Everybody was there. We did Kwanzaa presentation.
Facts.
And to listen now to them, it was, well, what else do I have? I don't have these other influences out there that inside they're there, but it's a different structure than when I'm outside and I can kind of do what I want to do.
Facts.
I don't have anybody holding me accountable. I don't have nobody doing ain't nobody stopping me from doing what I want to do.
Right.
But inside there's a structure.
Right.
And unfortunately, the structure that they have inside is better than the structure that we have out here, because the system has said we'll punish your children when they're out of order.
Right.
And we're gonna make money off of them.
Right.
Meanwhile, you can't order what's going on in your community.
Right.
That's our job.
Facts.
And you know how? Part of the reason why is a lot of it is if you're getting some sort of aid through the state, then I partially own that child.
Hey, listen, is it no different than slavery?
No, it's just exactly the same thing.
We own the kid.
This is exactly the same. We own that child.
Yeah.
So therefore, we're going to make sure that you become uninformed. And people, and the other part about that is people in their lives are so tied up with all of this other stuff, they're not willing to say, I have to take an hour every day with my child, see how your day is, and we're going to sit down and we're going to either watch these movies or we're going to sit down and have these conversations. Right. Or we're going to sit down and we're going to listen to these documentaries. We're going to sit down and read these books. We're going to sit down and do all of this other stuff every single day.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, it's so easy for us to get caught up into the filth of what's going on, and then what's just think about it. People, I ain't gonna say they forgetting, but when you've been hurt, so you've been abused so bad, and it's crazy because this is like, I feel like this is some BS. We've been, the residents been hurt, and they using this, hey, the money on the way.
But it ain't enough money for you to do nothing but go buy some more stuff. You're gonna turn around and give it back. Right. And I'm not knocking, because I like to go have fun too. I have fun differently, but I like to go have fun. I'm not knocking that. But even when I go somewhere to quote unquote have a vacation, it's still work. I'm still on the job. I never stop. Oh, well, I'm just not gonna think today. No, that's not gonna happen. This is period. That's it.
Right.
Because we're in too much of a dire predicament.
Right.
Okay. The young brother that we showed y'all before that is in Newport News, Virginia, that had a bunch of young brothers in his garage and he was talking to them. We're in a bad way and we losing.
Oh yeah.
I don't care what nobody think. Oh, you got such and such, some person went over there and got a contract to play basketball. That's not winning for us. That's winning for that one person. Not knocking what people are doing with their foundations and have been doing this. Right. And we got a new wife, whatever, because some one person donated some money and they named the gym. Cool, no problem. You're a part of this community. You grew up here. The community supported you. What? You're not here to make any, oh, we're going to do a basketball camp. Hell no. Do a reading camp.
Yeah, what they say with the reading thing here is diabolical.
It is horrible. And if we don't understand the dumbing down of America completely,
fact.
It ain't just Black America. It's white America across the board.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the conspiracy is if you're stupid, if you don't know, if you're ignorant and you don't know and you're not trying to seek it out, then other people above you that have one iota of intelligence more than you or knowledge more than you, they'll make decisions for you.
All right. Why you think you stay dispensaries everywhere? And I'm not against them, but I'm just saying, why you think they want to have you staying high?
So, that part. So hold on. Concrete jungle. Let me say this, and I'm gonna say this to everybody. As an educator, I was very clear. Most of the time when I got in trouble, it's because I was arguing with a teacher, especially in social studies and history. Because there were materials in my home that my brother had, that my father had, that I had when I could read and understand that I had access to. And so therefore, you wasn't going to sit around here and talk about Pledge of Allegiance and the founding father was this, because I was beginning to understand some other things and there were some other experiences that we weren't exposed to. It is not their job to teach you how to free yourself. And I'm telling you that as a teacher. Could you imagine me being a principal in the school district? I'll be there probably about one day. That's the reason why what I want to do has to be independent.
Facts.
And I'm clear that I ain't going to have no church home, no church folk to say, I might have one. There might be one to say, we're going to open your doors to let you go ahead on it. That's not going to happen. Because then they're going to want to have parameters.
Wow. Oh, hey, listen. You see how the people turned on King when you were radical? They would turn on you.
Well, but see, the only time he became radical is in 1966.
And that's the point where I was saying he started talking about
when he started talking about Vietnam War and economics. Other than that, he was part of the Big Six.
Oh, yeah.
When he slipped on a banana peel and bumped his head and started to open his eyes, he understood that now I got to do some things differently. That's the reason why his last speech.
Yeah.
I've been to the mountain. I've been to the mountaintop. I may not get there with you.
And that was
he was very clear.
Yeah, I may not.
Okay. He was very clear.
Right.
That sometime soon something was going to happen.
Fact.
He probably was very aware that there were people around him that was setting him up. I wouldn't doubt it. Just like Malcolm.
Yeah.
It's like Malcolm.
Yeah, no,
why would you tell your security force around you, y'all brothers going on over there, we all right?
Yeah, no, listen, man.
Because they knew.
Yeah. And
they knew.
Yeah, it was just a matter of time. Like, you probably get tired. Like, hey, listen, how long, you know what I'm saying? How long can you got to think, when you got the government on you, just think about it. Look at Margaret Eggers.
Yep.
For want to get people to vote.
Right.
They blew a church up down south.
Yep.
This just shows you what
and
this is what you dealing with. Like, I don't get, people don't understand like what you really dealing with.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
you don't
dealing
understand.
with an entity that says I own you. I don't care nothing about what happened with you, and I'm gonna keep on bearing you as much as I possibly can. And it doesn't matter what you think, feel, or believe, and what you think I owe you. I don't owe you anything.
Why you think that? How you think they looked at the water crisis?
Keep drinking.
Right. They know the water not bad. They don't you know they done got somebody who watching us who done said like, hey, you know that water stinking over there. You got the mayor come out there. It's the most tested water. When you had Dana Nessel here, and she threw the ball like it was like hot potato.
Oh, the one that was here on.
No, that was Rivet. We was
okay.
there, Dana Nessel was there when he was there.
Okay.
So you got to think, and they was talking about the special masters with the. Listen, they know that water is still messed up. You think they give a damn? They like, listen, it's business as usual.
Right.
Oh well, that somebody got to go down. This ain't their first time.
No.
They got it's too much money on the line.
But that's America and its ideology across the board.
Yeah, and then it's what's up? I ain't going. It's a predominantly black city too.
Right.
Cause you listen, you could you about to see in a minute. Let it when it and that's why I don't think people really understand. Like, do you think if they was in Grand Blanc bathing in bad water?
Grand Blanc didn't get affected by the same water. We even know.
No, I'm just saying, do you think they would be taking? How you think they'd be at their council?
Man, what? And
how
they
you
would
think
be
they'd be
irate.
at Lansing?
And guess what? You wouldn't have. You dare not have a police force there saying anything to us with what we pay.
Yeah, I'm just, and that's how you got to look at it.
You dare not. So,
yeah.
Family,
yeah,
stop bullshitting.
Facts.
Get your shit together. Become knowledgeable. Become learned. Keep learning, and get prepared. Get prepared, even if we never ever have to need it. And now you get prepared the way you need to take it, because you better understand we just got a message from a senator or a congresswoman or whoever she was or whatever her title is, saying that there's something coming up the pipe. We better take that seriously. And I think she was a former
senator. That's
she was a senator.
Slockin. Yeah, that's
yeah.
Slockin.
So she was in the service too.
Yeah.
Okay. What she got to lie for? What she knows something that we don't know. That's definitely clear.
Facts.
That's definitely clear. And Concrete Jungle, keep studying, bro. Don't stop studying. Study some more. Keep studying. And I'm not talking, you can do internet searches, no problem. But you're right. When we have, I'm sorry, big bro. I know. I'm gonna say
no, go ahead.
When we have music from the KRS-One and X-Clan and
Facts.
Public Enemy, yeah, you had a different type of music, and you had Africana studies or African studies programs that were different in colleges, and you had people that were really, really enjoying being who we are. Now folks want to chase the bag and this and that and other, and it's all this dumbass content that they put on social media that we follow and don't have no substance, and that's the stupidity that we following now.
Right.
Keep studying. All right, family, listen. We love y'all for sure, for real. Get prepared. I don't care how you figure you got to do it. I don't care how you need to see it. If you know, don't be walking around here without having nothing with you, because armor is also a book. Armor is many other things too. Okay?
Facts.
All right, fam.
And don't forget poor righteous teachers too.
Oh, that's right. Poor righteous teachers.
Wise intellect.
Yep. There's a few of them.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the next time we next Tuesday, I'm gonna bring a list of artists, because they'll remember T Cash.
Yeah, no,
bro, man, what? I forgot about him.
No, we had what's my man now? I can't think of his name.
Nas.
Not Nas. He was before Paris. Yeah.
Lynch Mob.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
So now I ain't gonna bring y'all no music. I'm gonna get y'all some books.
Thanks.
All right, family. We appreciate it. Thank y'all very much. Have a good day. Have a good evening. Steady. And the next time we come on Saturday, on Sunday, if you let us know what you're reading, all right?
Facts.
Come and let us know what you're reading so we can kick it about that too. All right, fam. We love y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Y'all stay safe out here in
Stay
these
safe.
streets.
Be careful. All right now.
Peace.